Man, we almost at the end of the year. So many shows. It's great to see.
It's great to see.
It's the Pulpit Podcast, baby. Season Trey. Episode 83.
Yeah.
What the business is. It's that man with the plan, Big Kev. And that's Cuz with the buzz, Big Bo. And you know we got that food for your soul. For the show. You know, the disclaimer. You know, I might spice it up, you know, coming to the new year, but it's a staple in the Pulpit Podcast, so it might stay the same. You know, I just like to always, you know, modify shit and come brand new. Try to switch it up. But we'll see how that goes. But until further notice, you're going to get this same shit. The Pulpit Podcast is not a gospel or religious podcast.
Say it once more.
I said, you know I got to do it. I said the Pulpit Podcast is not a gospel or religious podcast, but we are bringing the gospel in the form of information straight like that. And y'all know, this podcast is based on the foundation of positivity, motivation, inspiration, and most importantly, love. So we don't do anything without a weekly affirmation, and I got some brief and sweet. The difference between try and triumph is a little umph.
A little umph.
That means you put a little effort into something, you can make some shit happen. Seriously.
Say that.
You know, in the words of the great Jagged Edge, put a little umph in it. I don't know if y'all remember that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might be past y'all time and y'all ain't even, you know what I mean? You got to be a lover of music. I'm not just a rapper. I love R&B.
I'm not just a rapper.
It's Jagged Edge. You remember that song? Put a little umph in it?
Nah, I don't remember that one.
Wow, that's a banger too. I'm gonna play it. Look, my man smoke a lot, so he don't remember a lot of shit that it was on the radio and everything.
No, I don't remember that one. I don't.
Hey, it was a hit too. Put a little umph in it.
Nah, Jagged Edge.
Jagged Edge. Hold up, you know.
Oh wow.
Hold up. We podding, so hold up.
We podding.
All right, here we go.
This is what we do around here. Just so you don't be thinking I know what I'm talking about.
I just don't remember the song.
I can't understand why you don't. It was a banger.
I can't understand why you don't.
No, I'm just saying though, people be like, this nigga lying.
This nigga lying.
Let me find it real quick. You know, we podcasting, so this is what we do. There you go right here. You don't remember this?
J.E. y'all.
Fresh lemonade game. Yeah. Everybody watching.
Hey.
It's looking jam too.
We'll put that on.
Y'all know what this is.
When you grind on me, when you put it right on me, all the pictures that you make, all the sounds you create, when you put a little bit of thumb in it.
That's how. You don't remember that?
I don't remember.
That was on one of my, headboard rocking, knocking. What I call it? Headboard rocking to the cops come knocking mix. I told you that's back in my days when I used to make them mixes, boy. Woo! Talking about they get you right with the missus or Mrs.
That might be a personal favorite.
I'm gonna watch. We gonna ask the podcast people if they know about that song and you watch what I tell you. All right, so it's me and Cuz again. Like I said before, when we come down to the end of the year, I either put people who've been on the show prior or we start rocking more, you know what I'm saying, a little bit, because, it gets that time to where I start getting them creative juices flowing, how I want to go with the next season. We always trying to be bigger and better. Always growing and expanding. We stay fluid. As Bo would say, we stay fluid with ideas, thoughts. My podcast, his podcast will never be the same. Like, we always trying to add something so people can really steal from us. And I know people be stealing from us because I've been peeping. A lot of shit.
That we done talked about.
Cats
is talking about.
That I've talked about, made these topics way, way prior.
Damn, 2 years ago.
2 years. Niggas is just now starting to talk about it. Niggas got disclaimers now. Do your history. See who came with that disclaimer first.
I feel like A-Ball MJG.
Hey,
we started this
shit and we gonna finish this shit. You feel me? But without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into the first topic. So the first topic was, Cuz kind of brought it up to me, and I was like, well, it's not something we never talked about before, so we're going to talk about it. So Cuz, why do you think it's so many rifts and breakups between famous podcast groups lately?
I don't have the complete answer, but I will break down the different situations that all of these podcasts have had. Gillian Wallow, as far as on the hip hop media type podcast.
Yeah.
They were like the first one that had like kind of like a little riff with their I guess he was the sound man, sidekick, Devin, I forget. But it was a money issue with that one.
Okay.
And then, it led to them falling out, and $1 million worth of game really changed up. And I'm being honest. I actually prefer $1 million. I love Gillian Wallow. It became an interview show.
Right.
But I liked it better when they was with Dev.
Okay.
Because it was more just them being them.
Just being them. Now it's more of an interview, you know what I'm saying, the hottest artists or whatever.
And then, the big one was but that was because $1 million worth of game was still coming up.
Right.
When it happened, it didn't make a lot of noise. But like the Joe Budden's issue was because, he was probably at that time one of the biggest podcasts.
That's real.
Having to deal with Spotify and everything.
And
then, moving on from Spotify, the next thing you know, they have they fallout.
Mm-hmm.
And they fallout was over, basically money.
Yeah, that's the root of all evil.
Who else? I Am Athlete.
Okay.
Another podcast. And what's crazy? They have been actually done or broken up for about a year.
Okay.
And then over like the last 2 weeks, it's just been getting real spicy between the guys. But their issue seems like it was kind of ego. It was
man. That's most of the time.
It was like dude might start a podcast, but it ain't really popping. So then you bring some other people on, it gets to popping, and so like everybody think they the reason why it's popping, especially when you're dealing with some athletes.
Yeah, for real.
Some ex-athletes.
They already had, saying that notoriety and fame, so it gets to their head when they get a little bit more. Yeah.
So I mean, but not just even the hip hop or the black podcasts. I've even seen, even with just different weird podcasts, but they they might be blowing up, and the next thing they fall out.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I remember it was like with them two chicks that was trying to talk sports. But like,
I remember. I know what you're talking about. I don't know their name, but I do know what you're talking
but
about.
Like they was hot, some years ago. Then they ended up breaking up. But I would have to say for the most part it's ego and then money.
Yeah, I would just say this. It's like our podcast is based on a foundation of family and love first, right? Yeah. So all the rest of the stuff will get worked out. If we ever get big to the point where we making revenue off this show, me and him gonna split it down the middle. He know how I get down. I know how he get down. He was tell you, be like, he don't really want all that. But I'm the type of person, I keep it equal. Like, we do this thing together. I mean, I might do other things, but I
was like, we're gonna have to talk about this off camera.
I might be lying because I do a lot of shit. No, I'm just playing though. But anyway it goes.
I'm just talking shit.
Anyway it goes, we will still work it out. You know what I'm saying? To where each person will understand why this is and why this ain't. I think when you got teams and you got camps, people telling you this, that, and the third, right? So you got, this person's camp, this person's camp. We do a show together. They say, nah, hey, man, you really kind of carry the show, man. Yeah. You need to be getting paid more. And then that starts to creep into your head and your ego, you know what I'm saying? Or the fans might say that they like you more, you know what I'm saying, than the other co-hosts. And then there you go.
Yeah.
But you always have to have that foundation. It's just like having a rap group, right?
Yeah.
There's always going to be somebody who likes one of the persons in the rap group more than the other. The way their cadence is, the way their lyrics are more complex, their metaphors, their voice might just draw that attention. But you have to understand, everybody has their fans.
Everybody.
Life is always going to have somebody going to have more than you. But if you keep the brotherhood, the foundation of brotherhood or the love, you know what I'm saying, that y'all came together to do it, it should last. No matter how much money comes into the situation, no matter how many years pass.
Man.
So that's how I look at it. A lot of these groups are made up just to be making a podcast.
Yeah,
it's not really like a foundation of that's my boy, that's my guy.
It might be more people like y'all cool with
y'all
each other.
cool, and we're talking some shit. Might be cool, and it can maybe get us a couple dollars in the same token. You know what I mean?
I forgot to even bring up Math Hoffa.
Math Hoffa, yeah.
But what's funny though is all Math Hoffa, his was different. It was basically the dudes that he had on there was trying to politic a deal.
Okay.
And they was trying to have it with Math Hoffa.
All right now.
But Math Hoffa got to looking at things and it's like, okay, this deal don't work for me.
It ain't working for me.
It actually benefits y'all.
So he just been a businessman about it though.
But this is like, Math Hoffa's like, but this is something I put together.
Yeah.
So like, I don't want to mess with the deal. And so, they feeling some type of way because, it was going to get them more money. So they basically bounce and start their own podcast.
Yeah.
And all they've been talking about is Math Hoffa. Now, I was going to say this too. For the guys who had to move on from the other bigger.
Stop talking about the past.
Hey, I shouldn't say this, but I'm potting. A lot of y'all new podcasts suck.
Sucks.
Man, I don't like saying it like that, but it's like you could tell who actually brought something to the table. Or
yeah.
You can really see who the real antagonist that like have you come in and check it out all the time. So like you were just saying about, family and everything.
Yeah.
And bringing up music, I always said I did music out of love.
Yeah. If it start there, you can't go wrong.
Because, I've been writing songs since I was learned how to write, playing on pianos, beatboxing, trying to rap, just since I was a kid. It's just been something I've been doing for nearly 40 years. It's just something that's in me.
It's in you.
Also talking. I always, man, honestly, I tell DJ J Diff, my guy, my brother from New Old Heads.
Shout out New Old Heads.
A pioneering podcast and as far as Indianapolis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They've been doing it for like 7 years. But like me and DJ J Diff, we had our little we record tape little like we had like a radio show.
Yeah.
This is back in like 1989, 1990. We made different little mixtapes, had music, commercials. You know what I'm saying? So this is something that like I've always been. I always wanted to do.
We're just blessed to do it. Like for example, yeah.
So it's like when it comes to money, I'm not thinking anything about money.
Yeah.
Like the only way for us to stop this podcast is either going to be somebody has to move, or something happens where we just get too busy, or it gets to like okay, we just it ain't gonna be no
Cuz tripping. He talking about he need to get this money. No, we don't do that. Like that's just man business at the same time. Like another thing is men don't talk like men. If I felt some type of way, or if he felt some type of way, we would have a conversation about it. You feel me? Some of these dudes want to just, talk behind the person's back with their team, and then it gets out to somebody else, and then it's a rumor, and then it spreads, and then it causes division. Man, just talk to that man. If it's something that's going on that you don't like, or something changed in the dynamic of your podcast, talk to them folks. I'm telling you, you can work it out. You should be able to work it out if it's built off love. If it's built off just, the commodity of being able to make money, or we click together on these topics or whatever, it most likely would fail. Got to start off with love. All right, speaking of love.
Got to start off with love.
The Love Below was a classic. And my man, Andre 3000 is dropping something tomorrow.
3 stacks.
And it's a little different, but it got me to thinking. Like, cuz, what do you think about him? This is a 2-part question. What do you think about him personally? And do you think he gets the flowers he deserves enough for being a creative genius, a lyricist, and also an innovator?
Okay, well, with the first one, he's he's in the top 3, top 4.
Yeah.
As far as
real talk.
As Real talk. MCs, and also full artists, embodiment. He might be number 1 as far as full artists.
Full art, artistry.
But I still be tripping on Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder just do something for
He's amazing.
But But Andre 3000, I do feel like it's in the same boat.
Mm-hmm,
You know what I'm saying? But
real talk.
But I do think Andre 3000 is getting his flowers because so many people want to hear him rap.
They definitely want to hear him rap. I will say that.
So many people.
That's true.
And you got to look at this too as, okay, the different collabs that he had.
That's what really bruised it, though. Yeah.
And so, like, okay, you could have a kid back, 2007 or whatever. When did Walk It Out come out? About 2007?
Yeah. DJ Unk, they're probably like 2007 or so.
You can have a song like that
Walk It Out like an usher.
Yeah, you can have a kid at that time that was probably 8, 9 years old, didn't mess with Outkast.
And love that verse.
And then heard Andre 3000 on that Walk It Out.
Yeah.
And was like, who is this cat?
It was unexpected. The one thing I will say about this, because I had been listening to DJ Ump from my guy at work. You know what I'm saying? This is a down south dude. You know, they had a different type of sound. So to hear him started, because first he dropped a whole bunch of music nobody knew about. Then he had that Walk It Out and the two-step or something like that. And he had those two songs that, you know what I'm saying, was getting marketability. When I heard 3 Stacks on that, and because, you know, he don't just jump on anything.
Nope.
So when I heard him on that, I was just like, this man different. This man is different. Like he can take off time,
boy,
and come back and act like he never left, and always gets better. You know, just like the verse with Kanye West,
man,
off the Donda album, he had West rapping better than what he normally rap. Just because
he gonna push you.
And the matter of fact, Life of the Party, and then he had 30 Hours. Just a little influence. He didn't even rap on that one on Pablo. You know what I'm saying? The Life of Pablo, but it was 30 Hours, and 3 Stacks just did like a hook. Made it sound great. Only reason I say he don't get the flowers he deserves, I think he gets it from the most people who are Outkast fans and are been glamoring for another album from Outkast or just him, you know what I'm saying, on solo tip. The way he creates and is not afraid to step out the box. I'm talking about these award shows. When I say get flowers, not just your general consensus. These award shows give out awards to whatever they want to make up for, you know what I'm saying? A lifetime achievement, things of that nature, right? How is that man not getting what he's supposed to get?
I mean, well, for one, he hasn't put out a project in almost.
But he got enough material.
But they won album of the year. I mean,
but I'm saying they put out enough material.
Won album of the year.
When we doing hip hop stuff,
not rap album. They did. They won.
When did they win album of the year though?
That was it. 2004 when Speaker Box. And
but that's what I'm saying. But look how many years you just said. 19 years.
He hasn't put
years.
But a lot of these artists haven't put out a lot of material, and they still get awards.
Who?
Think about it. LL Cool J. When the last time he put out an album?
What award he got?
I'm saying award shows will be like this, a Lifetime Achievement Award. They bring up old rappers or old MCs for doing what they did and how they changed the culture. I haven't seen Outkast get that type of love.
Say that.
That's what I'm saying.
I think they will get it.
I think they need to get it now. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's time. Because when you go back through most people's history, Outkast is a staple in different evolutions of Outkast too.
Yeah.
You started with Players Ball. When I was in high school, you know what I'm saying? You got Players Ball. Everybody wanted to rock a fucking Atlanta jersey. You ain't from Atlanta. And wanted to rock an Atlanta jersey. Atlanta baseball jersey at that.
Rocking them Braves jersey.
Yeah, rocking them Braves jersey. Then these niggas start rocking turbans. Yeah. Or raps. And niggas, whatever they was, the old lady church raps.
Old
lady church raps. Whatever you want to call them. They're turbans. Similar to turbans.
They were not turbans.
But this is what I'm saying. And who can get niggas to singing about elevators and higher spiritual thinking, right? You'll hear the beat and you're not even understanding that he's trying to get you to walk on a higher plane, you know what I'm saying, in your thought process. There's so many songs on that AT Aliens, you know what I'm saying, that if you really listen to the lyrics, man.
It's classic.
And then he goes to just the colorful. Where did they got these videos from that's crazy? You know, him, Busta Rhymes, and maybe some others who have these wild animated videos or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Remember Bombs Over Baghdad? Remember Rosa Parks and this nigga in a cowhide, red and yellow Hulk Hogan looking pants with a fucking shoulder pad, with a football shoulder pad on? That's innovative and creative. And people was loving it. It was different, and they wasn't afraid to step outside the box after having success. You know, most people were scared when they had success to step outside the box and do something different. Every album they changed. Yeah, no matter what the success for them. They could have came back and made another, Southern Playlist, you know what I'm saying, classic. What they drop? AT Aliens. You know what I mean?
Sound completely different.
Then when they did their own shit, you can see the mesh, the direction when they get together and when they broke apart. You can see what makes Outkast.
Yeah.
Big Boys, the pimp player type stuff. Most of his stuff was catered to pimp player type talk, you know what I'm saying? And, East Point, you know what I'm saying? Atlanta type talk. And Andre was just a realm. A realm of beautiful energy. That whole album is a realm because, it make love, not war. You know what I'm saying? Listen to what he be talking about, man.
You do know that Andre 3000 made The Love Below in about 2 weeks.
Wow.
Damn. That's crazy.
The story is, I guess he was making music, but he wasn't making an album. And L.A. Reid came at him and was like, Big Boy about to be done with the whole album. Do y'all want to do a double? And Andre was like, okay, I'm with it. And just got in the lab and made The Love Below.
It's a beautiful project, man. And it's a beautiful project. You know what I'm saying?
But that just shows his genius.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what, to me, gets overlooked. In my eyes, anyway. It's just a personal opinion. Other people might think he gets his flowers. I don't think they get their flowers. I think the fact that I did see people hyped up for this Flute album, that shows me that, it's coming. If it ain't the way I want it to be for him, it's coming. Because I ain't never seen people get hyped up for an instrumentation album like that.
I want to check this out because I'm a fan of 3000's drum programming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He has a certain rhythm.
His melodies.
And you know what I'm saying? So I want to check this out because you got to listen to the music that he had that he actually produced.
That's what I'm saying. Outkast got their own sound.
Love Below, he produced that.
Yeah.
He might have had a couple musicians, but he was doing the drum programming. He was playing on the keys.
Two of my favorite songs off the Love Below is Prototype and She Lives in My Lap. And man, those are classic. You could play that at a slow dance. You could play that riding, just chilling. It has so many vibes that you can induce from just those two songs. It's crazy, man. Definitely just want to say shout out to Andre 3000. And one thing he said,
check the album out.
Check his album out. I definitely will. I already have it on download, ready to go. I will say this. What he said about rapping is so dope. He said he feels guilty for trying to make a rap song now because it just ain't in him. So he'd rather not even rap because he said, what's a 48-year-old gonna talk about? Or if he don't have, he said, it ain't like he's saying 48-year-olds shouldn't rap. He just saying, if you don't have anything to talk about, nothing going on in your life. He was like, well, I'm going to talk about going to get a colonoscopy. And I was just dying laughing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to hear no old folks shit. You know what I'm saying? But he was so real. And to be authentic like that, that's dope. And we got to treasure these. You know what I'm saying? These are the people we got to treasure while we got them. Because you just never know what'll happen in life. You know what I'm saying? And we lost a lot of great ones. So, just giving people their flowers now, that's what I'm all about.
Yeah.
All right, so we got something cool and funny real quick. Which is the most annoying? A jammed finger, a stuffy nose, a paper cut, or a burnt tongue?
Burnt tongue?
I guess if your ass in the kitchen eating it before ready to come out, you eating it off the stove, burn your shit off.
I never had a burnt tongue.
Now, I've burned my tongue before eating something too hot. It happens.
I don't accidentally bit my tongue, or
I don't know if it's burnt to the point where it's Freddy Krueger tongue, but I mean, you like, shit.
I done burnt the roof of my mouth, you know what I'm saying? You eat a hot piece.
Yeah, cook your shit.
I ain't never had a burnt tongue.
Yeah, if you put like some chili, like you get some hot chili and you put it on your tongue, that motherfucker might burn.
Burn, baby.
I'm just saying. Might be a little tartar.
Oh man, I'm trying not to be stupid. But
This burnt tongue. See, boy, it's a wild boy. What you been sticking your tongue in there, boy?
Boy.
Chlamydia tongue.
Oh damn, syphilis.
Okay. Most annoying between that bunch, being that I've never had a burnt tongue, we can eliminate.
We're gonna eliminate
we
D.
can eliminate burnt tongue.
These nuts. These nuts.
Shoot, paper cut. Paper cut.
Paper cut. Stuffy nose. Jammed finger.
Probably fucking paper cut, man.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna say this. Jam finger. When I used to play basketball, jam fingers fucking suck. They do suck. They're not annoying. They suck and they hurt. You know, if you want to play basketball again, you can't play or you're playing, you know, at 50%. Yeah, it's not great. It's not a great feeling. It hurts like hell. It's not like a annoying feeling. It's a hurt feeling, goddammit.
Yeah.
Paper cut, another thing, hurts like a motherfucker. It ain't annoying. It hurts. It's almost worse than getting stabbed sometimes. I never got stabbed before, but I think that's what it feels like. You get a paper cut, your shit just start gushing. Like a little bit of paper did that, bro.
Sometimes it don't even bleed. It just start hurting. You like what?
My shit be cut open. Like I be like, you know, like at work, we got to do these. I got to go through these letters and whatnot. And the first day I was in there, I was going through a letter, and that motherfucker sliced. I was like, oh shit, slice, and it just started gushing like nigga. But I'm gonna say stuffy nose because I hate not being able to breathe. And when your nose is stuffed up to the point when you got to breathe through your mouth or some shit like that, it is so annoying. For real.
I do a lot of tricks to the trade to avoid having a stuffy nose.
Okay. But it happens. So if you get a stuffy nose,
but
how you deal with it.
But I know how to. But I'm also, I don't know, it's just the human being I am. When I've gotten a stuffy nose, I just learn how to just relax and just breathe through one nostril.
Say what, you nigga? Are an extraterrestrial, nigga, because I ain't never seen a nigga just breathe through one nostril, nigga.
Because when you do that, then all of a sudden, the other one eventually opens up.
Shit, no, nigga. When they stuffy,
when you still,
your stuffy, especially when it's all up in here.
And you keep sniffing and this and that, you stay stuffy for 2 days. Nah, not me. Man, I go.
Well, you need to give your secrets to everybody because I know everybody be feeling terrible with the stuff he knows. It's about to go get some medicine. I can't breathe in this bitch.
Go turn a hot shower on.
In this bitch.
A humidifier.
Like, I mean, but a hot shower is stronger than a humidifier.
Okay.
Turn that bad boy on. You know.
It open you up for a little bit, but if you are sick to where you have a stuffy.
Up and then you clear it out. You start grabbing tissue and.
I think it's a sickness in you that you got to just get out. A cold, when you get stuffy nose, normally it's something in you that's going to have to just get flushed out. Now, your remedies will definitely help clear you out for a little bit to give you some type of comfort, but it's going to come back until the cold goes away or until the stuffy nose goes away. Whatever gave you the stuffy nose, until it gets out your body, you're stuck.
You're stuck.
So I'm going to take stuffy nose. All right. So we're just going to go ahead and get on in the sports entertainment where we got to talk about Draymond Green suspension.
Draymond.
What I want to say about this is, one, Draymond's my guy. He handles shit. He stand on business. Mm-hmm. People always talking about, he just sized up Jordan Poole because he was little.
Nah. Anybody can get it.
Anybody can get it. Choked out Rudy Gobert. And then Rudy Gobert had to say some slick shit because he looked terrible as a 7-foot center getting choked out by a 6'7", 6'8" nigga. He looked terrible. So he had to say, that choke wasn't nothing. But I'm going to say this. You didn't really add no Pierre de la Resistance, nigga.
Pierre de la Resistance.
You was looking like...
There was no resistance. For real.
Get this black man off me.
Get him off of me now. You feel me? Like, and then... I think the problem I have with it is I get it. It's the new NBA. Soft, more offense. Don't like the hand check. Don't like the physicality of it. But don't act like we didn't see Dr. J put Larry Bird in a headlock beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, no, it
happens. Say that.
It happens. And I think you have to deal with it accordingly. And when they try to hit him up on his history, that's all I heard today. Yeah, Draymond Green has this history of doing this, that, and the third.
He does.
He has a history, But they never bring up the people that he has the history with and what they did to create that situation in the first place. Let's go back to the first time when it started with LeBron James when he got kicked out. Okay, no nigga's gonna step over me and put your nuts over my head.
Nah, bro.
No nigga. So he get the fuck off me. They gave him a technical for that. That's how the Cavs won that series. Because the Warriors was up 3-something. They would have easily went back to Oracle and won that.
Okay.
And it was killer. That's one. The kicking shit, I would say Draymond is wrong on because there's no part of basketball where you got to kick like that. When he kicked Steven Adams, that was some wild shit. You kicking niggas in the nut, that's wild.
Mm-hmm.
Then the thing with Sabonis had his ankle. That's why he's jumping up and down. He jumped on the man's chest. Yeah, don't look good. Optics don't look good, but it sure don't look good that Sabonis is grabbing this man's ankle, knowing how fragile ankles are in the NBA, but nothing happened to him, though. I'm just tired of it being one way. I get it. You gonna punish Draymond Green, like with this episode, he deserved the 5 games. Because he did choke that nigga out.
Yeah, he was choking him.
But Rudy Gobert deserves something too. And if you're using history, why are they not using Klay Thompson's good history to where he don't have to be fined and he should have got kicked out of the game in the first place?
Yeah, I don't know why Klay got kicked out and why he got fined. Because there wasn't no punches. It was just basically somebody grabbed the jersey and they shoved each other.
Exactly.
It was no hands thrown.
No hands thrown.
It was just, but I guess the way that old dude grabbed him, it tore his jersey.
Yep.
And it made it look worse than what it really was.
Yeah. But they sorted it out in the camera, so you could have made the right call.
And everybody ran up. But the thing was, though, Rudy, instead of like trying to grab
his man,
teammate, he goes and grabs Klay.
Which automatically gonna trigger somebody who don't like you already.
Draymond, yeah. And Draymond see you touching my guy.
It's on.
Whoop.
It's on,
you fair business.
I'm not no plaything. Like, hang on.
And this is the thing about it is, I don't want these old, and I'm waiting to watch. I don't like these old timers who played back in the era of fighting and super physicality, trying to cast judgment on Draymond Green when you done worse. Barkley, you throw elbows at people's chest. You hit some little African dude in the Olympics. Damn near killed him. He didn't do nothing to him.
I mean, the guy who suspended him is Joe Dumars.
And he comes from
Bad Boys.
The Bad Boys.
He done seen it, done it
I
all.
done seen these people grab a man's ankle when he's about to jump. That's how they did Michael Jordan. I done seen them jump into him with elbows, like meaning to jump on you. You know how they call it a flagrant foul now when you don't make a play on the ball? That was a regular foul back then.
Say that.
But
get up, hit these free throws, and shut up.
But I don't have a problem with this 5 games. Like if it was more than 5 games, then I'd be upset.
Well, I don't like the fact how Jay Williams was talking about 10 games. How you get 10 games? You tripping, cuz.
That's the Pander King.
But see, I don't like it when they get to saying that shit because in the NBA, listen, the NBA plays off of these analysts, you know what I'm saying, on these shows when they talk. And when they say they get their opinion about what a person should get, that's why the NBA waits to see public opinion about the incident, and then they make their judgment call. Jay Williams talking about 10 games or more?
Games,
come on,
nigga.
Man, Joe Dumars said, man, bitch, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So they got a good relationship. Dre ain't tripping about it, though, you know what I'm saying? He always going to stand on business.
Yeah.
He'll come back and still
business.
them to get a technical. That's why I like Draymond Green. Like I said before, if you're an asshole, be a consistent asshole.
Yeah.
I rock with you. I rock with you heavy.
He has the analytics and data of don't fuck with me.
Don't fuck. That's what I'm saying. How many niggas got to get proven that he ain't that type of dude to fuck with, and he about his business and he about his talk? How many he got to show?
I mean, when you still off on your own teammate, man, that just
Crush that nigga. And he ain't been right since. Look at this nigga now in the Washington. They don't even like him in Washington, bro.
My guy KG, man, you made a bad. He's like, Jordan Poole gonna be James Harden in DC. It ain't looking that way.
Maybe
right
you didn't
now.
understand that Jordan Poole looked that way because he was on the Warriors and all those shooters gave him freedom to not be guarded. When you go to your own team and they game plan for you, it's a little bit different.
Bit different.
All right. And then the rest of the NBA is still, starting up the season tournament. Still, I like it. It's dope. Pacers looking good. They 2-0.
Yeah, I got to talk about Tyrese Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Now,
yeah.
this is only like 2-3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
If he can maintain this type of play, Pacers
would definitely be in the playoffs.
Yeah, they'll definitely be in the playoffs. And I'm not saying he's an MVP, but he would be in MVP talks.
Discussions,
if he maintains the way he's been playing the past couple weeks
and stays healthy. That's health and wins is going to be the most thing to help you get into that talk of MVP. Besides just stats, he's always going to be up there in assists.
But I mean, you over here averaging damn near 25.
He hooping. He hooping.
And I mean like a low turnover rate.
Yeah,
low.
I think he said he had 2 games back to back of 11 or plus assists and no turnovers. That's wild. He's the only one that done it. Matter of fact, so that's wild. That's wild.
Yeah, he's showing out, and
the NFL got a good game on tonight. The
Bengals.
We'll see what
the
Ravens and the Bengals do. That's a good matchup, AFC matchup, and we're just gonna see how the rest of football plays out. But now we got to talk about some music.
Talk about Deshaun Watson.
I mean, Deshaun Watson he got hurt, but I mean that's not nothing. He didn't have a great season.
Might be the worst trade ever.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, because he did have a great win last time, so he hasn't returned his investment yet. But he does have like a 5-year contract.
Over $200 million.
He do have He has a 5-year contract. I mean, he wasn't eligible last year because of this situation. This is his first real year, so we'll see. I'm not gonna cast judgment because I've seen what he can do. And he's got to be consistent at it.
Good.
All right, he looked good last week. Got to win over the top defensive Ravens.
And then he got to get surgery the next day.
I mean, he was already hurt. I mean, he was already hurt. He had a shoulder injury that kept him out. He was just trying to be a trooper and come back and play. And he played hard. They beat the Ravens.
Man, you just got a sweet spot for Deshaun.
I don't have him. You have a hate spot for him. That's the difference. You got a hate spot for him. I wasn't even going to bring him up on the podcast. I'm like, he having an okay year.
It's newsworthy because it just came out yesterday. I mean, he already had surgery. He wasn't like going to get surgery. Like, nah.
No, because the doctors told him, you can't play on this no more, or you're going to cause a lot of, irreparable damage to your shoulder. And he's like, damn. After this great game I had, I'm just getting in my rhythm. Hey, it is what it is, man. Football, baby. Any given Sunday.
Football.
All right, so we got to talk about Rick Ross. Meek Mills dropped the, duo album, Too Good to Be True. I don't know if Bo checked it out. I listened to it.
I've only listened to a few songs.
I listened to it. It's a banger. I feel like it's no growth, though. I will say that much.
No growth.
Yeah.
They stay with the same cadences. They stay with the same type of lyrical content. Ross raps the same way on every track.
Yeah.
Meek Mills rap the same way on every track. So you really just gonna fall in love with the production, more than the actual lyrics.
Yeah. No, that's what the helping hand is.
The production is A1.
Yeah, not like I said, I've only heard a few songs, but I dig the production.
The production is A1.
But like too, when it comes to concepts, we don't know how fast this album was put together. Like that's the thing too. People got to realize.
But it shouldn't. The thing is, it shouldn't have been put together fast because you have nothing but time. If you're gonna get together,
I mean, you don't know what everybody got going on.
But bro, you control it. This is his company. There's no, he has his Maybach music. He controls when stuff comes out. He's a boss. Is he not a boss?
I mean, yeah.
So is he a boss? So it ain't gonna come out till it's ready.
Till it's ready.
So nobody's gonna rush you. I just think this is what type of music they put out. Because if you look at the other Ross album, that was before that wasn't a banger. Ross has made 2 duds. Deeper than, I forgot what it was called, but he done made 2 duds, bro.
The last
Port of Miami too.
They might have a song or 2, but they wasn't.
Meek Mill's last 2 albums ain't been hitting.
Last 2.
Yep, he made the one where he had the little graffiti, and I think it was another one.
But
yeah. But I will say this, it is a good listen. I will say this, I rolled around, banged it out. It is a good listen. So I give it a good review. Definitely a good review. It's always good to see 2, lyrical dudes get together and have different deliveries, you know what I'm saying? Right, going back and forth. Yeah. They took those Snoop Dogg's da 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 And they made that song. That song's hard. It's called Above the Law. Got a little chick singing on it. I was like, that's hard. That's a hard ass song. Because I hadn't heard nobody ever take the Snoop. What's it called? Hopping, stopping, popping like a rabbit. When I get the need it, because I got to have it.
That ain't Shiznit, is it?
I think it is the Shiznit. It's like that's one of my favorite cuts on that album. Doggy Style, another classic. Then we got to talk about Chris Brown. I don't know if you listen to Chris Brown.
I haven't heard anything.
11-11. Chris Brown is in this situation where I'm gonna tell you right now, where sometimes it might be better for you not to release so much content because it's going to sound repetitive. You're making 21 songs, R&B songs. He did have a little bit more growth in this album. Was it Afrotone that they call it or whatever? Yeah. So he had a little bit more Afro beats. That's what it is. I'm sorry about that. Afro beats. He had a little bit more collaborative efforts of Afro beats in there. You know what I'm saying? And those type of artists are on his album. They kind of broke up the monotony of a regular Chris Brown album. It's not whack. It's not bad. It's good, but it never gets to great because it sounds the same.
Well, you also got to look at his standpoint right now, and as far as creation and how music is being moved, he might just be like, I'm just gonna make songs and see what hits.
That could be.
Because, when you have a song that you recorded or that you actually released, you probably recorded it 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
But it was released in 2019.
Okay.
And has been one of the biggest songs in 2023 off of TikTok.
Yeah.
Because it became hot on TikTok. That pushed this song that had already been out for 4 years into rotation, and it became, it's been, one of his latest biggest hits. So he's probably looking from a different standpoint of, okay, I'm just gonna make songs.
Yeah, that could be.
And see what hits. And the people, and there might be songs, the way that the system is set up now, 2 years from now, one of them songs, or a year from now, somebody, turns it into a little TikTok or something.
It'll be soon. It'll probably be before that. Yeah, I mean, they do them little remixes. TikTok is the driver of bringing old music back to the forefront. They do those little mixes. They slow it down and speed it up and stuff like that.
I do like about TikTok.
I love it when they put them old songs in
TikTok,
there.
But I think that's something like, if just somebody just happened to make a video with De La Soul, and the next thing you know, people doing De La Soul challenges, and
it gets love. It gives them the love and the press they deserve
So I do like that format on TikTok.
I love it because I be hearing songs like I heard they had some Penguins on there and they was doing some Juicy J, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? People don't even rock with Juicy J as a solo artist a lot, right?
Right.
And he said something about Meg Stallion. Meg Stallion was on there, you know what I'm saying? And it blows up. Then next time Juicy J drops an album, people gonna know him for that TikTok song and they gonna want to check it out. Yeah. TikTok is a driver of bringing back them old classics and stuff like that. And you definitely can make some money off of it if you the first one to come up with a nice ass challenge and it catches viral. you could be out there. The next album is Young Jeezy. I forgive, but I don't forget. I'm gonna say this. I think it's Jeezy's best album as far as introspective album, as being real. It wasn't no song just, glorifying the dope game or, just trying to make some asses shake. This is like, you can see he was going through it basically writing these songs.
He's talking about his real life.
He's talking about his real life. He got stuff going on with his partners, turning their back, being fake, you know what I'm saying, them not being who they're supposed to be. They mad at him because he is who he is. He definitely let little jabs about Jenny Mai, you know what I'm saying, and their relationship and how it deteriorated and just people around him. And so I think it's a good listen. I definitely think it's a good listen.
Yeah, I still got to check it out. I haven't listened to it yet.
I would check it out. My boy Benny, he was like killing it at first. He was like, it's 5 songs in, I can't listen to it. So I was riding around the first 5 songs, just normal Jeezy, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of come out repetitive. But when I started listening to the growth, you know what I'm saying? Like I always talk, this is what I talk about with Drake, right? I don't want to hear about how many hoes you fucked, how many drugs you took, how much money you make, how many charter planes you got on every album. Talk about your son. Talk about.
And he about to drop something tomorrow?
I don't think so. He said he was done.
No. Drake was telling a damn lie.
I could have sworn he said he was done. I know he said they dropped the video.
No, he's supposed to be dropping. It's supposed to be a project coming out like tomorrow.
Lord, I didn't heard that.
It's supposed to be like Scary Hours 3 or something.
Please don't, because that Scary Hours what's it called? It was terrible.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like Scary
But see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, so with the content, just like with Chris Brown, I get it. Y'all got recording studios and y'all stay making music. Everything ain't got to be released, my nigga. You can sit back on those songs and be like, okay, now I'm gonna just throw something out there, right? I'm sitting, I ain't got an album. I'm gonna throw this little single out there to see what they think about it.
But that For the Dogs ain't been out. It ain't been out a month.
That's my point. So, and you just said you was taking a break.
Yeah, no. How you gonna say you taking a break and then you just announce a dropping tour?
That's what I'm saying. He just be hyping shit up, man.
He be trolling.
He be trolling.
He be trolling. You know, that's his thing. That's his edge. Yeah. You know, like people talk, I'm about to be done.
But that's why people don't give, that's what I'm saying, besides women, that's why people don't really give Drake the love he probably should just receive and deserve. It's because he don't stay gone long enough. So all the shit sounds the same. So when you listen to the next Drake album, you can expect the same content.
I'm going to see what lane he takes on Scary Hours 3.
Oh, Lord. I listen to everything because I love to listen to music. Like Bo said, music is in me. I love it. So I listen to everybody's offering. I don't care who it is. It could be Crazy Bone dropping a mixtape. I'll listen to it. Most people are like, I ain't listen to no Crazy Bone without Bone Thug and Harmony. I'll check it out. And it's music. You might find some gems on there. No, that Crazy Bone, when he dropped, that motherfucker's pretty decent. So I'm saying you just got to listen to it. You got to open your mind up. But that Jeezy is cool. That's pretty much all I got. Anything else you got?
Yeah, I don't know music tip.
So, like I said we won't be here next week because y'all know what time it is. My favorite holiday, Thanksgiving. So we'll go ahead and say it before the day of. We won't be here.
I'm gonna be frying a turkey.
He frying a turkey. I'll probably be over his crib. I'm gonna be over somebody else's crib. I'm gonna be over everybody's crib. Goddamn it!
Everybody's crib.
I'll work out later. Goddamn it! But I'm gonna get fed. The beauty of Thanksgiving is just everybody got something different too. People make their stuffing different. They make their macaroni a little different. They candy yams and stuff like that. They bring the rolls. Like he said, he frying a turkey. Some people might still cook a tender turkey in the oven. Traditional turkey.
Somebody.
A honey ham. Honey ham is normally Christmassy, but a lot of people still, rock the honey ham. And then we ain't gonna even talk about the desserts. He don't rock with desserts, but I do.
I do.
We're gonna talk about sweet potato pie, not pumpkin pie.
Yeah, sweet potato pie, yeah.
I fuck some sweet potato pie up. Patty LaBelle, you know what it is.
I can't mess with Patty LaBelle.
That motherfucker fire though. But a homemade one is always great too. But the Patty LaBelle, I think it got kind of watered down. When it first came out, when everybody was getting their hands on them patty pies, that shit was good. But aftermarket, trying to.
I need somebody that loves me.
Somebody loves you, baby.
That wants to make sweet potato pies, and they gonna put that love in it because they love me. I don't.
Is they put that love in it?
Yeah.
Put a little love in it.
Because you know how sweet potato pies. Hey, folks.
My mom make a good sweet potato pie, so I get it.
I'm trying to think, had your mom sweet potato pie?
Mom make a fire sweet potato pie, actually, for real. I think you have. She's made it before.
I probably have.
It's fire. Mom could cook. The thing about my mom is, my mom can cook anything, and it's great. It's getting her to cook is the situation. Like, she's like, hey, you get it every blue moon. You got to cherish this shit.
It ain't cherish it. Because I talked to my mom. It ain't the cooking part. It's the cleaning up after cooking.
I will clean up if I could get some of my famous meals.
They be like, no, I want to cook this, but then damn, I got to clean up.
And I get it. All these years of cooking, they over it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done cooked for all y'all niggas and multiple days of the year, I'm over it.
No, when they cook, it's a special event.
When they cook, it's a special event. Or they just feel like eating it good themselves. And they like, I felt like making this today. So they made it. That's how my mom is. But she gave it to my brother. because he can burn. I will say that much. But like I said before, happy Thanksgiving. Y'all be safe out there. And until the next one. Yep.
Yup.